Okay, class, we're going over our warm-up. Today is Friday, October 23rd. We are on page 15 of our Star Master book. So if you have not done this yet, which you probably haven't, go ahead and pause this video and work these out and then come back and check your answers with us. Okay? Number 1. The chart below shows the distance from San Antonio, Texas to 4 other cities. Which expression correctly compares the shortest and longest distances listed in the chart? Okay? So we want to just compare the shortest and the longest, right? So we need to look at our chart and find the shortest. Okay? So to do that, first we start in our thousands place. They're all the same, so what does that mean? We go to the hundreds. Good. So now I see a 6, 5, 5, 6. Can I tell which one is the shortest?
No.
No, but we can narrow it down to the 2 with 5s in the hundreds. Okay? So now we go to the tens place. I see a 7 and a 0. Can I tell which one is the shortest?
Yeah.
Which one?
The bottom one.
The bottom one with a 0. So the shortest, 1,505. And now we need to figure out what is the longest. So we know we can't look at these two in the middle anymore. We're just comparing the top and the bottom. So the 6s are the same. We go to the tens place. Which one would be the longest? 1,609 or 1,653?
1,609.
The longest. So 1,653 would be the longest distance. Okay, so those are the numbers we're comparing. I can already see that A does not have those two numbers, so we can't choose that. They're not using the correct numbers, even though this expression is correct.
Where is that?
Okay, B. What's wrong with B? It does not have the same numbers. We have 1653 and they have 1,609. Okay, C. It has the same numbers as us. And is it comparing it correctly? This is saying 1,653 is greater than 1,505. Is that correct? Yes, remember the mouth wants to be open towards the bigger number. Okay, and 1,653 is the biggest. Okay? Number 2. Which number correctly completes the expression below? Okay, so how would I read this symbol?
So it is B.
Greater than.
So it is B.
So the number over here needs to be greater than 5,184, okay? So let's start with A. Is 5,075 greater than 5,184? No, because I can see here 1 is greater than 0, okay? 5,090, is that greater? No, I can still tell from looking at the hundreds place that this one is still greater. Okay, 5,104. That's pretty close. This one is still greater because 8 is bigger than 0. Okay. The bottom one is larger because we have 5,201, 5,184. I see that 2 is greater than 1, so that should make our sentence true. 5,201 is greater than 5,184. D. Okay, number 3. Which number is greater than 80,023 and less than 80,203? Okay, so the number in the middle needs to be greater than this. So first let's just go through and find the ones that are greater than 80,023. A.
No.
Is this number greater than 80,023?
No.
No. Good, Kaylee. Okay. What about B? Is it greater than this?
Yes.
Yes. I can tell by looking at the hundreds place. What about C?
Yes.
Yes. And D?
Yes.
Okay, good. So now we're left with B, C, and D, and we need to see now which of these is less than 80,203. Okay?
There's a B.
Okay, Kaylee says it's B. What's wrong with C?
C is the 2 is bigger. No, the 8.
The 8 is bigger. Good. You had to go all the way to the ones place to see. Okay, what about D?
The 3 is too big.
It's too big. We want less than 203, and this is 302. So B is the only one that is less than 80,203. Okay, everybody get that one right? Okay, good. Then number 4, what number could be written between 815 and 909 on the number line below?
We would know that it would have been 8, because if it was a 9, it would have been all the way back there.
Okay. Well, Kaylee says it has to be in the 800s because if it's in the 9, it would have been back here behind it. Okay, well, unless it was 908 or less, right?
Or 809.
Do we see any that are 908 or 909 or less?
No.
No.
And why was 700 B and C? Right?
In the 900s, I mean. Okay, so now let's go. Can we use
No.
700s? No, because that would be back here. It wouldn't be in between these two. Okay. Now we have 809 and 864. They're both in the 800s. Okay, but where would 809 go on the number line? It would still be over here. Okay. So 864 is the only one that would be in between these two numbers.
All right.
Okay, and the last one, which group shows the numbers in order from least to greatest? We had this on our power quiz, I believe, last week, and we were missing this problem, this type of problem, least to greatest. Okay, so you really have to pay attention to the numbers. Sometimes you may even need to write them over again, going up and down to line up your digits. Okay, so least to greatest. Let's look at A. I'm looking for the least number in this answer choice, okay? Let's go ahead and line them up so we can tell. And I'm just rewriting the numbers. 950 and 25,905. Okay. Now I'm going to start from the front and figure out which one's the least. Can I tell which one's the least by looking at the 10,000s place? No, so we go on to the thousands place. Can I tell which one's the least?
Yes.
Well, we can narrow it down to the 2 with the 4s, right?
Yes.
Okay. But then we still need to go over to the next place. I have a 9 and a 5. Which one's the least?
5.
The 5. So I know this one should be in the front. So I'm looking down and I'm going to go ahead and eliminate any answer choice that does not have this number in the front. Okay?
C and D.
A and B look good, so we're going to eliminate C and D. Okay? Now I'm going to go on and find the second least. Well, we should already know because this is 24,000. We don't want 25,000. We have to stay here with the 24s to be the next least, right?
Yeah.
So this one would be second. Can we already tell what our answer is?
B.
B, good, because it has both of the 24,000s in the front This one had 25,000 coming next, okay?
That was a pattern.
Now, did it take me very long to have to rewrite the numbers and line them up? No, it doesn't take you very long to have to do that one little extra step to make sure you get it right, okay? So line up those digits going up and down, and that will help you do least to greatest without making any mistakes, okay? All right, that's your warm-up today. You will see something like this on your power quiz, so just keep this in mind when you're taking your quiz today.